I've been catching glimpses.
Oh, I know I shouldn't be calling this late, but I can't help it when you're stuck in my brain. Your lips, your touch, it's driving me.
Good morning, San Antonio. Wake up with the one and only Ron. San Antonio insureds.
Sunday's the day to celebrate, and there's no better place than gospel brunch at San Antonio and shirts. Get ready.
San Antonio and shirts.
Live from San
Good morning, everybody. This is Ronald Gordon with Texas in Color. And I just want to come on here and let everybody know that we have some serious problems going on here about the voter turnout. here in Texas. Very serious problems that we can't get the black vote out. And Jasmine Crockett was in San Antonio this past weekend, and it was an honor to watch her on Monday. And what she said really hit home. The first thing she said, Texas has the largest black population in the country. The state of Texas, the largest, with, if I'm right, she said over 4 million registered black voters in Texas. And so how can we tap that? How can we turn around and get the black vote out? Because if we get the black vote out, there's nothing we cannot accomplish. And it's easy. So I'm going to go over a little plan right here. And we're going to figure out how can we get this done. First of all, I want to say it starts with all the candidates out there. It starts with the people out there. It starts with the community. And it starts with the politicians already in office. The black politicians that are in office. That's where it starts off at. But we got to come up with some type of game plan. We have to educate the black voters on all that. That's what we need to do. And we've been falling short. I'll be honest with you. We have been falling short of that goal. It's almost like non-existent. But we have to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be taken care of. Let me make sure I get everything right. And so, in order for this to go forward, we have to have a plan. So, this is what I propose. I'll share this later on our Facebook page. Start with vote plan and make it specific. What moves turnout? Most reliable is concrete plan. Where, when, how, and with what ID. That is important. Have people complete a paper in person or a simple checklist. All you have to do. First of all, make sure you are registered to vote in the current address. That is so important. My voting methods: early, election day, by mail if eligible. My location: polling place or vote center. My ID, which is acceptable ID, I will bring. Okay? My backup ride, childcare, time off plan. Use official tools where I do vote and I am registered through Texas official voter site. Run your registration and address and update. Go online and make sure that you're there to get it straight, that you have not been dropped off the voter roll. That's so important. Texas require voters to register by the 30th day before election day. So registration works much earlier. Also, if someone moved, they should update their registration to avoid problems. Okay? And, those some of the things we need to do. We need to look forward to that. Put voters form everywhere. Your community, all gatherings, services, events, vendor fairs, high traffic business area. We have to do that. Build a registration and confirm. Make sure you build that and confirm it. It's so important to do that. Update then immediately and check your status again later. Emphasize using a residential address, not a P.O. box, a private mailbox, because Texas flag non-residential addresses. That's a good one to know, because some of you out there use a P.O. box and forget it. You just plain forget it. Solve the ID problem up front. That's what you need to do. Solve it up front. Texas require one of the acceptable photo IDs for in-person voting. So if someone doesn't have one, they could use like their passport. the driver license, of course. You can also bring in utility bill or a bank statement. So those are some of the things we need to know about. Also note ID expiration rules, and they matter for seniors and people with older IDs. Okay, let's go for the tactic that works. Host ID readiness. All right, have a clinic 5 to 10 minutes per person. Which ID will you use? Is it valid? Where is it right now? Create a small fund or partner network to help with transportation to obtain ID documents. The DMV trip. That's important. Push early voting. Push it. So make sure you get there and vote early. In Texas, any registered voter can vote early in person. Okay? No special qualification is required. Early voting also spreads turnout across more days and a ride. You get everybody in there. Okay? Make sure we get that done. Treat early voting like an early voting turnout week campaign. Daily reminders, rides, live and check-in. Organize vote caravans from trusted hubs, churches, parking lot, community centers, barbershops to do early voting location. Use vote by mail only for those who are eligible and do it carefully. Texas by vote mail is limited to specific eligibility catalogs at 65 plus, disabled, illness, or out of the country or out of the county. Certain jail circumstances, you can vote in jail. We ran across that last year, and as the weeks go on, we'll talk about more about that. Application must be sent to the county early voting clerk, not the Secretary of State. See, some of y'all mail things straight to Secretary of State, want to know what happened. Vote by mail also has required ID number rule on the application and a carrier envelope. Most of all, practice safeguard. Encourage eligible voters to request and return mail-in ballots as early as possible and to follow county instructions exactly. Make turnouts reliable. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of it. This is what I'm going to do. Okay? So those are some of the things that we're looking at. And I'm going down some more lists of things that we really need to do. In the black community, we need to educate and let them know you could go vote. Now, that one deal that said that you have to register, and if you pass that date and you moved, they was trying to tell you you could not vote, which is false. You could still go vote, but it'd be a provisional ballot. Okay? And don't listen to other people telling you this is what you need to do. Find out for yourself. Most of all, sign up for a ride line and schedule ride blocks during early voting and election day. Coordinate child care. Swap with trusted parents. You know, that they can watch your kids while you go out and vote. Because we need this. We need this right now to make sure that we are prepared to go vote. Education is part of this. Okay? Most of all, confirm your registration. Some counties have experienced processing backlog at times. Checking status early reduce surprises. Like, hey, I don't see you on here. So register early. Register right now if you haven't. A simple 4-week field plan you can run. Okay? Before deadline, registration and address update status check. ID readiness. Vote plan completion. Early voting period. Ride and daily reminders. You know, let that go. Let everybody know. Election day, last minute rides, hotline, I voted, confirmed. So these are some of the things that we need to bring the black vote out. What I just ran off right now is we have to educate each other. Get a buddy or get the community. Have something held somewhere so y'all know what you're doing. Make sure you register to vote. That's so important. So if you got an event going on, find a election registrar, if I said that right, and they can sign you up. I just qualified, so I'm one. So every time I go anywhere, I'm carrying my sheets with me and asking you, have you voted? Not have you voted, have you registered to vote? That is so important. Now, I talked to a few people the last election cycle. I talked to 3. And they said they never voted before in their whole life because it's a waste of time. A waste of time. So I broke it down to them like this. You have kids, right? You have grandkids, right? You say, yeah. Voting right now doesn't mean it's taking place when you vote. It's for the future. You know, don't you want the future better for your grandkids? Don't you want that going on? Well, yeah, well, get out and vote. Well, it's too much to read. You got plenty of time to read what's going on. No excuses anymore. We have to get the black vote out there. No ifs, ands, or buts. And candidates, I'm holding you responsible for make sure you get the word out. If you're running for office, you better have a registrar sit right there at all your events to register people to vote. And you politicians that's in already, you should be out doing your job right now too. Making sure your district, they're registered to vote. Just don't sit on your butt and claim, oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm not running this time around, so who cares? No, you need to chunk that out. Everybody cares. Every vote counts. I'm just letting you know. That's what we need to do. I'm tired of the same old BS, all these excuses, and then you get upset when the election is over with. Say, how did he get in? Because your sorry butt didn't vote. That's how they got in. Let's not play Monday night quarterback when the election is over with. Let's be proactive. Make sure you register. And make sure you check. You should be checking right now. You should be checking next week. You should be checking weekly to make sure your name did not fall off the voting roll. They will do it. And one last thing. I found out if you haven't voted in, I think it's 2 cycles. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If you haven't voted in a major election in 2 cycles, I was told your name automatically come off the voting roll because you haven't participated. Don't let that happen. This is the midterm election that's coming up in November. The primary, at least here in Texas, is March 3rd. I'm trying to make sure I got it right. I'm trying to make sure I really got it right because I do not want to give out misinformation. I want to make sure I'm on top of everything. And anybody out there listening, if I said something that wasn't right, please let me know so I can correct it. I'm going by what's in front of me and the research that I dug on to come up with this. All right? So it's mighty important for everybody to get out there and vote and have a plan. I'm going to share this plan on Texas in Color on Facebook. I'm going to share what I just read to y'all. I'm going to share it. Take this plan and use it. Please use it. And when you finish with it, bring your family together. Go over the plan with your family. If you get finished your family, bring your friends together. Go over with your friends. Share this. Keep on sharing this all over the place because we're going to need this. We cannot turn our back on a November election. It's mighty important that we all show up. You know, they're throwing everything at us to make us give up. But remember, we are black people and we are resilient. Okay? This is Ronald Gordon with Texas in Color. Thank you for tuning in and we'll see you later on.